We've got 24 hours in Iceland and I've got 2 missions. One is to test the most popular hot springs in the world, the Blue Lagoon. And 2, to see the Northern Lights, which is very like weather dependent and that, so wish us luck. So Iceland's kind of far from Australia, but I was traveling to London for a 4-night tournament and I had 1 extra day in London. And I was like, no offense to the British, no offense to you guys, but why would I stay in London when I could take a 3-hour trip and go to Iceland? It's just right there. Like, it's not right there, but it's there. It's close.
4 a.m. It's windy.
So everything's booked, got the flights, the Airbnb. I've convinced my friend Vic to join me on this journey. He seems excited. Yeah, I think surely everything is gonna work out really good. So things haven't been going too smoothly, but it's fine. We hopped on a plane and went 3 hours from London to Iceland. Looking out the window, you can still see the volcano that we thought our trip would be cancelled for. So I got to actually see a volcano that's still erupting. It's quite far, probably good for safety reasons, but we saw that.
Time to exit to Iceland. Yeah.
We're in Iceland. As soon as I get the internet connection, I get an email from one of the companies that chases the Northern Lights. Yeah, they cancelled.
I'm sad. Why? I got a really bad email. Oh, what? No, it's cancelled. The lights due to unfavorable conditions. Wait, so when did you get the email? Just as soon as we landed.
Oh. I won't lie, at this point I am feeling not so lucky.
Schedule's changed. No longer visiting the best hot spring or seeing the Northern Lights.
So the Blue Lagoon was cancelled because the volcano that erupted took out the entire parking lot. Actual lava. Crazy to think of if it was only a few days earlier that I would have been there, but that's fine. I have a confession, Vic. You know how the volcano struck? But it's okay, I just hustled another one. And there's 3 spots left and I just hustled. So I was just quietly on my phone for like the last 10 minutes and that's what I was doing, yeah. Everything works out, everything works out. So the hot springs I ended up finding was called this name right here. I don't know how they pronounced it, was odd, I don't know. The place I booked was an hour north of Reykjavik. And you know what? That's fine because you get to see a lot in that hour. The journey, so beautiful. These hills, icy rivers, which is super magical for an Australian, okay? Maybe it's not that impressive for you if you're watching in Europe or a place where you get a lot of snow, but for me, so impressive. All right, reading the weather of Iceland today, it's cold. My hands are gonna freaking freeze and I'm gonna die of hypothermia. Just kidding. This compared to Australia, nothing. We had to stop because this country's too pretty. Anyway, back to the hot spring journey. Oh, update, I've booked another tour. Just don't want to check my emails because it's probably cancelled. But I've received 2 phone calls. No one would take us to try to see the Northern Lights. I'm trying to book here. No one's taking it. Everyone's just cancelled for the night, apart from one Jeep experience. Their email was, do you want to reschedule? I'm like, no, I'm only here 1 night. Can you please just take me around? I just want to see something, even if it's not the Northern Lights. I'm like, sure, just keep your expectations so low. And then did a little winky face. At this point, I'm super delusional and have no faith. Pretty much straight away, I got an email from them and I knew it was just going to be one to cancel. So let's not look at that just yet. Let's just not look at it. Let's ignore that. Arriving at this place, it's in a beautiful location. Maybe we're not at the highest rated one or like the most popular one, but look at where we found ourselves. This ain't bad. I still haven't checked my email. Should we check? Maybe after hot springs.
40 degrees is the highest. Are we doing plunge in the ocean?
Yeah, we have to.
Okay. Okay. Out we go. Is it warm?
Maybe it was the 2 hours of sleep I got that night before coming over, but man, that first hot spring was the nicest feeling ever. It's just beautifully cold outside and the first one you go into is just bliss. Honestly, I could have stayed in that one the whole day, but of course we had to try every single one, including the ocean plunge. I definitely went fully in. You just can't see me because I'm being blocked by these 2 ladies. Like, what are you gonna do? But I fully went in. I was not a wimp at all about it. Vic is a mad lady. She jumped in and was just there for a bit, just staying in the cold plunge. Maybe mad lady, maybe an idiot. Depends how you approach it, really. Because I think she got headaches later from staying there too long. Now we started with the mid-temperature ones. Now we got to go to the hot ones, which is ranging from 38 degrees Celsius to 41 degrees Celsius, the hottest one. I'm sitting in this hot spring.
Oh, this is hot.
Thinking that I am boiling alive, that I will die in Iceland.
This needs to chill.
Cooked.
I think I'm cooking alive in there.
The hottest one, 41 degrees Celsius, I did my legs in for like a second. Oh.
See, for me, that doesn't feel that bad. There's no way that's You're not hurting like a little?
Yeah, it's like comfortable. Crazy. You're crazy.
Couldn't handle it. I thought I was good at the heat. Women are supposed to be better at the heat than men. I don't know what happened to me. Luckily, my partner in crime for this trip went all the way in and she was vibing. This time I went in the cold plunge again and I was like, there's only one chance I'm gonna do this in this spot, okay? Never gonna have this chance to be here again.
Go, Kat, go.
Even though I backed out at first, I'm like, no, I've gotta go in and fully dip and commit. But I'm a massive pussy and yeah. One could argue that I'm mostly in.
Okay.
The last section of hot springs was one with a drink section. You go up to this little window and you make an order and you receive drinks from it. It's a very relaxed section where you drink and enjoy the views. All in all, beautiful. Even though the Blue Lagoon did get cancelled and these ones don't have that aesthetic blue, it was so beautiful there to be amongst the mountains and actually be at a hot springs where there was not too many people. It was very calming and relaxing. So I loved it and I not normally would have gone to a place like that. So I consider Hot Spring Mission a success. We went to a really good one. I think it's time to open that email. And they said yes. They said it's not cancelled. If you wish to go tonight, we can do it. But it'll be unlikely we'll be able to hunt down the lights since it'll be very cloudy. Tell us what you want to do. Okay, I will message them back. They said yes to the trip around and said that a man called Thor will take us around Iceland for a 3-hour Jeep drive and really reminded us don't have any expectation of seeing the Northern Lights. Maybe like a 99% chance we won't see them, but heck, I'm gonna take that 1%. So this has been one hell of a day. So we're journeying back to Reykjavik, back to our Airbnb and napped for about 2 hours. We only had 2 hours sleep the night before and I felt pretty hopeless about how many things had been cancelled throughout the day. And I was like, maybe I just cancel this Northern Lights thing. Like, I'm not gonna drag Vic on this trip across a 3-hour night trip to see nothing. Like, nah, maybe not. But I couldn't let Thor down. If your driver's name is Thor, you gotta go. So first hour, we went to this section and looked above Reykjavik and it was the most bumpy roads. So I was kind of having regret about it. And we went up to the top and we looked above and then we realized, nah, this is not happening. Tour guide of tradition is drink Jaeger when you see the Northern Lights. And he's just like, let's pretend, let's do it. I'm not pretending. I'm gonna see them one day and when that happens, I'm gonna drink the Jaeger at that point. I can pretend with editing magic.
But that's just pretend. You found the Northern Lights.
Whoa. Look at that.
Everyone called us crazy when we were planning this trip prior, and actually everyone continued to call us crazy in Iceland. Hey, even if we didn't see the lights, it's been a cool trip so far, and we continued the Jeep journey to these geothermal spots. So Iceland is mostly run on this geothermal energy, which is just heat energy from the ground pretty much to power the electricity of the city, which is cool and different. About 2 hours in this trip, I fell asleep and I was just kind of just drifting. I'll be honest, before even hopping into the Jeep, I had no faith in anything working out. I was just like, it happens. Then he said, hop out, we can see it. And so we hopped out.
What? What do we see? What is that? That's the Northern Lights, Lufu. Okay, that's it.
We saw the Northern Lights. They are not nearly as bright as you see in the images, but we saw them in some random icy lake in the middle of nowhere. We saw them. We got these awesome pictures. We did it. And it almost makes it better that we had so many cancellations and that we almost didn't even go on this trip because no one wanted to drive us. Like, it was kind of a miracle. That moment alone was great. We got lucky, and that's what makes this vlog so good. I can't believe we actually did it. So of course we got a Jaeger shot to celebrate because we actually saw them.
And then you say skál. Skál is cheers in Icelandic. Skál. Skál.
Skulls. We kept believing, even when we didn't actually believe. No, which is weird to say.
What a trip. According to Thor, he's never had a situation where everyone's cancelled, but he's still gone on it anyway, and it's actually turned successful. And the rest of the trip was a blur, guided by the feeling of that miracle that just happened. We went to this nice little cute house that was lit up.
This is Christmas. I'll take that. Santa Claus's house.
Walked on a bridge that if you slipped, you'd get third-degree burns. Where was our Jeep tour. Wouldn't be possible without Thor. What a legend. This is his Insta, absolute legend. Thank you for that. Thank you for, going along with our delusions.
Hope you have a safe travels home.
We fell asleep happy and achieved. Woke up, we've only got like 4 hours before our 24 hours is up in Iceland. Time to check out the town. Now it's nighttime, but it's all lit up. Even all these stores are closed, they're all still lit up. The power of geothermal energy. Pretty cool. Went into a 7-Eleven, which there is called a 10-11.
We're going to 10-11. Way better than 7-Eleven. Let's go.
But this is when I discovered something I don't like about Iceland. So far, this trip has been a miracle, but they really like licorice in their chocolate.
Pretty much every candy looks different apart from those. But all these look super different. Oh, that's it. Present for Tanner. Sorted. Tanner will enjoy that reading. Leisurely reading. Question is, what candy do you want to get? Because there's a lot. Licorice in that here. Ugh, not a fan. Ooh. Iceland known for their chocolate?
Are they?
I don't know. Are they? Ugh. There's chocolate with licorice inside. No, that's a crime. Phew. Close one. This is criminal. I was just like looking up the best Icelandic chocolate and they're just like, they commonly use licorice and it's actually just like, that's just not cool. I think I'm gonna have to leave your country. I just don't think I could do it. It was great though. It was a good stay. Do you have enough?
So we went off. One last look at the volcano and a look at the beautiful country that looks like what you'd think Mars would look like. I know how to explain it. Just no trees and just land, but a beautiful country that gave me a memory of a lifetime. So thank you, Iceland. I hope everyone enjoys the vlog. Make sure to leave a comment. I really read the comments on these ones because they're normally well thought of. I'm glad I could take you along to Iceland.